Memories and Melodies, man. Fucking December 9th. It's going to be out everywhere. In your phones, in your grandma's phone. You know what I'm saying? On Napster, on MySpace. It's going to be everywhere. Xbox, fucking Microsoft 360, all that shit. Nova the King, you know what I'm saying? If Memories and Melodies is coming out December 9th, man. Check it out. I appreciate it.
I said I feel like I'm Pablo, feeling like a desperado. Yeah, I feel like I'm Pablo.
Hey, how you doing?
Yo.
Sheesh.
Location.
We are, as you can see, we're in a new location, and we have a very, very special guest, a good friend of mine, Nova the King, is in the building. What's up, buddy?
Man?
How you doing?
What's up, my dog?
Thank
man,
you
I
for coming
appreciate
on,
you.
man.
You better phone your lawyer, believe the paranoia. You know that I'll destroy you. I'll Oscar De La Hoya. You better phone your lawyer. Okay, you wanna play? Got goons that shoot like Hardaway. Young bad kid had to learn the harder way. Gotta make it out, yeah, I'ma find a way.
Appreciate
Welcome
you.
to A Dose of Reality. How you been, bro?
Man, first and foremost, I just want to say it's good to see you, man.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you coming out. My dog Blake. Appreciate y'all coming through, man.
Thanks,
I've been
man.
good, man. It's been a crazy couple years, as we all know.
Absolutely.
But I'm doing good, man. I'm blessed. I can't complain, really, bro. How are you guys feeling, though?
Great,
Good,
man.
Real good, bro. I mean, I like the setup, bro. This is awesome, man. It's a new location. Good vibes, man. I appreciate you having us out here, seriously.
Nah, bro, for real. Like, I mean, I told you guys when you guys pulled up originally, like, man, I'm just happy to, like, get this done, man.
Absolutely.
Like, honestly, I was talking to my boy ISO. We've been trying to get this shit going for, like, at least maybe a year.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
I remember you had reached out to me about it, like, previously, and it was definitely in my mind, like, the whole time. I don't know what I said exactly, but I said something like, man, whenever I have
When you have
something
the time.
going on,
you were just like, yo, I'm working. I think what you said to me was like, when I have my project ready, I want to come through. So
My understanding was you were all booked up. So
No. I don't want to say I was all booked up at all. No. But
he's a
that's
busy
what,
man.
that's what Aaron told me. So
no, dude, not even. No, I think pretty much what he said. I was just like, yo, man, thank you so much for the opportunity. I would love to do that. Let me have something to come talk about.
Absolutely.
Something to you know what I mean?
Right.
Bring to the people, and then we'll get it going. And then when I finally decided to drop the project, I was like, okay, what's some good ways to get out there, connect with everybody? I'm like, let me hit up ISO, man, see what he's on. I'm pretty sure he's doing his pod.
Absolutely.
And here we are, man. Thank you. We're at the Sanctuary right now, as I like to call it.
Absolutely. Oh, I love that name. I love that name.
Welcome to the Sanctuary.
That's fire. The Sanctuary. Ooh, that's fire.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
we're
sir.
here.
I see. Man, you got the everything out here, man. The Naruto, Kobe. Kobe's my favorite player, by the way.
Man,
So
rest in
that's
peace.
crazy. Rest in peace to the God. Wow, man.
Yeah,
no,
man.
it's
I
a
had to
great.
have the inspirations up on the wall. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, just some of the inspirations I got. You guys can't see off camera. I got some Drake albums over here, and then
Absolutely.
over there in the actual stew, I got like a Kid Cudi poster, some more Drake shit. You know what I mean? I just gotta. I like to keep inspired, man. Honestly, you gotta stay
Absolutely.
inspired these days.
So what gives you inspiration?
Damn, that's a good question. Man, what inspires me basically is the question.
Yeah. What inspires you?
I would honestly like. This may sound corny, but it's the truth. Like, man, my sisters inspire me a lot. Like, they may not know that. Love you guys. My mom and dad inspire me. I guess my family inspires me. I'm trying to word it correctly. Like, my inspiration is to like help my family and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's honestly my biggest inspiration. And then also like, yeah, my sisters, my mother, my father, my bro, like they inspire me just through life. Some more things that inspire me, probably like artists that I respect and like I really regard. What else inspires me, man? Life, honestly. You got to find inspiration everywhere you go and throughout all things. So I would say just life in general. I hope that's not like a corny, cheesy answer.
No, definitely not. Is like there anything in particular like that made you start writing and like making music?
Absolutely. So as most people probably know, or can relate, or a similar story most artists have is like, I got my heart broke, man.
Yeah.
I got my heart broke at a young age. I'm sure
It
all
happens.
three of us have dealt with these emotions.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. So that was like the real reason I started writing. I was maybe 13 and I started just writing poetry at first. Like not even raps, not even anything like with music. It was just poetry. Like I was just feeling away. Honestly, I was feeling away, and like I wanted to get those feelings out, and that was the best way that came to me. I just started writing poetry. Some lame, sappy, depressed, shit. But
we all been there, trust.
we've all been there for sure. So that's
Yeah,
why I'm like, I'm not ashamed of it or embarrassed.
Absolutely.
I'm like, hey man, it gave birth to some beautiful music. So
Yeah, I was
Absolutely.
just gonna say that if something beautiful comes out of it, I mean, you can't really stop that. Life's peaks and valleys, brother.
honestly, bro, life is just, as you said, just peaks and valleys, man. It's a roller coaster. We're all just on it. We're on this ride together, and just got to enjoy it while you're here, honestly.
Absolutely.
I wanted to get into the music, but I wanted to show you a couple videos first. I know you're a really humble guy, and you're probably not going to want to rate these videos, but I just want to go through a few of these videos, bro, and see if you could just kind of rate these artists.
Okay, so we're going to be rating artists?
Just 3 of them,
Okay.
unknown people. They're just random videos that I found that I thought were pretty decent, so I just thought I'd bring them to the table.
Okay, yeah, that sounds
All
fun,
right?
man. I'm
just,
down.
just a little icebreaker.
Yeah, let's do it. That's dope, man. Appreciate it. Like a little segment?
Yeah.
Little segment?
Little
Okay,
seg,
okay.
Little seg.
All right. Is there a name for this segment that I don't know about?
Not yet. Not
Okay,
yet.
okay. A dose of reality. We're doing a segment right now.
We're
Doing a segment.
doing a brand new seg.
Let's go, man. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited to just be here, bro.
Absolutely. No,
It's always a good time on the podcast, bro. I feel like
Absolutely.
no matter what, the podcast has always been a therapy session. You know what I mean? It's just like, not even in the sense of you talking about like your feelings, but I feel like every time something gets discussed, there's a resolution at the end of it. Yeah, everybody could still be kind of like, I don't know, I don't really agree with that point, but they see your point, so it comes out with a better point at the end.
True.
So I don't know,
Well, that's
man.
how it should
Podcasts
be.
are always, yeah, but I feel like when you put it on a platform like this, it's, I don't know, man. It's a little bit different because when you have conversations with people every day, it doesn't mean that somebody's going to feel the way that you're feeling or understand how you're feeling about a situation. They're
That's
just
true.
probably going to brush you off. You put
That's
it on
true.
a platform like this, you have a bunch of you're not going to bring somebody that's not open-minded on a podcast.
Yeah.
But, so it's a little different.
It's definitely different. I mean, when you're on the pod, you want to respect the platform. You want to respect people's opinions, and like
Absolutely.
whoever's watching at home, you want to make sure that like whatever you're saying is coming across the way you want it to come across, and that everyone's being heard, everyone's being respected, and that hopefully at the end of it, people can feel either inspired, enlightened, entertained, whatever it is. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Come away with something.
Yeah.
That dopamine rush.
That dopamine rush.
Dopamine.
All right, let's kick it off. Let's kick it off.
Okay. Let's do it.
I don't know who are you, looking like who is me, bitch. I'ma give it to him cause I need this. I rock the boat like I'm seasick. Rum da da dum 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 dum. My clip, my dump trucks. Hit a little rum da da dum 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 dum. Right to his trunk, that dum 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 dum. That wood gon' jump, that clutch little rack, that with a flat black man to the baseball cap. Y'all like, oh wow, flow so wild, entertain. I'll be here for a while. No need to be in denial. I only bathe in the Nile.
Okay.
No, yeah, you're good. So
So who was that?
That
Little
was just,
Misfit?
It was just a random on the TikTok.
Okay.
You got his socials there on the video.
Yeah. Shout out to bro. Honestly.
Yeah. So what are you thinking, bro? What are you thinking on like a rating schedule? You think this guy's the next beat?
So I'm rating him 1 to 10.
Yeah, 1 to 10.
Honestly, that was kind of fire. I'm not gonna lie. It was different. It was creative. His flow was fire.
Absolutely.
He was in the pocket. I mean,
was in the pocket.
nowadays we see so much shit that's hot ass. So that wasn't.
Yeah.
Out of 10, I mean, it's hard to rate things out of 10 because it's like, what are you listening for?
Well, what
are
are
you
you
looking
listening
for?
What are you listening for? 'Cause
like
you-
if I'm looking for lyricism,
right. But
then
did you know what he was saying?
I did for the most part. I mean, no different than I'm listening to like Young Thug or
Right.
Future. I mean, honestly, just to give you a rating, I would give that like a fucking 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
Absolutely.
You
I'd
thinking
agree
that's a
with
6
that.
too?
I would
6
agree
out
with
of
that.
10. And
Yeah.
shout out to bro, whoever that is. That shit was fire in your own way. Honestly, I'm not trying to like
Yeah,
give a
no,
safe
no.
answer, but it was.
Yeah, definitely. I'm probably gonna give it like a 3, just because
Okay.
I only understood 3 words.
But was the part that you didn't understand not the most fire?
Yes.
The blah 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 blah.
You know what I mean? Like the
yeah,
part
he
that
went crazy.
understand was kind of the hardest part.
Lie.
I
The flow went
guess.
crazy. The flow. I
His
wish
flow
I
was
could.
nuts.
I wish I
It
could
was
do
nuts.
that.
It was
flow.
pretty fast.
I wish I could do that flow. That was fire.
All right.
I liked it. At the end of the day, like
I can't hate on that one. That was fire.
Okay.
That was
me
fire.
personally, I can't hate on that because I liked it. Like
Yeah.
Right.
I wouldn't. I mean, I'd have to listen to more, bro. Also, bro, you gotta understand, like as an artist, I'm very like open, bro. Like
Yeah.
No,
with
I
shit
know,
like
but that's
that.
why I wanted to do this with you, because I feel like you're gonna give an honest opinion.
I am. My shit's
know what
gonna
I
be
mean?
honest though.
Right. But I mean, your facial reactions will be honest too. So
That's
you can say
true.
what you want to say,
That's
but the camera will catch your facial reactions.
I mean,
We all saw that. Whoa.
it was
all right,
shocking.
I'm in it. Yeah.
But that's what he wanted.
Right. That's what he
Absolutely.
wanted.
And we're talking about it right now.
Yeah, we are.
And shout out to bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Shout out
there
to
we
bro.
go.
Shout out to
All right,
bro.
we'll
Let's
hit the
get this
second one.
next one, man.
Yo, I'm never scary. In war, they fear me. Considered a criminal, only the real can hear me. The real can feel me. In the field, I'm in.
I'm the illest with the rhyming, cause I'm the great chief. Call me Poseidon, I got more drip than the damn sea. Terrifying all the MCs in the mainstream.
My boy with the SpongeBob shirt going crazy. All right. So,
You don't want to finish it?
nah. We're
Nah,
good.
he said we're good.
I can give my rating instantly. That was man.
Well, there was 2 of them, so you gotta give 2 ratings. Hold on, let me stop laughing.
That was a 2-pack of ass, bro.
Two-pack.
I gotta keep it a bean, bro. It
No
was
shit.
like ass and then double the ass.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like it.
What was the thing that you didn't like most about it?
Maybe if there was a beat, I could have maybe heard what kind of flow he was trying to spit.
Yeah, nah.
I personally couldn't hear the flow on the beat, so that kind of threw me off. His rap voice was kind of crazy.
That's
It sounded
crazy.
a little grunt style, right? He was kind of grunting a little bit.
That wasn't for me, bro. Personally,
That wasn't it.
Did you hear the grunt though?
That wasn't.
It was even hard to like understand what he was saying. I feel like I understood the first dude more than him.
Yo, that's crazy because
Wait,
he ain't
wait.
had no beat too. That's the
Personally.
crazy part.
Should we listen to it one more time?
No, we should
Nah,
not.
nah,
We're
nah,
good.
nah.
We straight, bro. We're
All
cool.
right, so
on
which
them.
one was that? What was that rating?
And
This wasn't the Island Boys, right?
No,
There
no,
was
that's
3
not the
guys in
Island
here.
Boys.
Oh, okay.
The Island Boys at least
1.5.
look like cooler, I guess. They look more entertaining to look at.
Yeah.
Those dudes were just. That dude had a blue SpongeBob shirt that was
That's
faded.
crazy. Yeah,
But like the SpongeBob shirt was the best part of the video.
I'm giving it like a 1.5 out of 10 to be honest with you.
And you gave it a 0?
I'm gonna give the SpongeBob shirt a 7 out of 10. I'm gonna give the rap like a 0.5.
Okay.
There we go. There we go.
Honestly,
Oh
though.
my
Shout out to bro
goodness.
though. Like honestly, he
Yeah,
can
all
keep
3 of
going.
Put
them.
your craft
All 3 of
out.
them.
Keep putting your craft out there, man.
Honestly, you could get better and shit on me.
Absolutely.
So.
Or switch
Absolutely.
over to death metal, and you would do.
And that's
far
what I'm
there,
saying.
too.
He might be
Yeah.
fire
Yeah.
in that.
That's-
Like you don't know
He
what
was
you're.
grunting, though.
Absolutely.
There was grunting.
Yo, he can definitely do some hardcore. I'm telling you.
Nova doesn't want to say anything so bad.
No,
It's
bro,
like-
I'm being honest.
Hey,
So, am I
give
being
it-
honest?
Hey, he's
I know
being
you are.
honest. He's
I know
keeping
you are.
it
You said it was
I'm
a
being
2-pack of
honest,
ass.
bro. Like,
He's keeping
All right,
it
all
a
right.
bean.
We'll
He
do-
could start on that and like not be that good at that, but keep getting better, and then
Maybe
or
one
he could
day.
transition
Right.
to something else.
Absolutely.
Death metal. Maybe we.
Death metal go crazy though,
Some of it
Absolutely.
does for sure.
for sure.
Definitely some of it.
Like
does.
I know a couple death metal artists personally.
Personally?
Yes,
Oh wow.
like I actually support that shit.
Nice.
I know you think I'm capping probably,
No,
but
no,
I'm
I
being
don't-
for
I
real.
don't think you're capping.
No, this man, you should hear the music he loves
I
to
like
listen
death
to.
metal.
He loves.
Alright.
I like
he
heavy
loves
metal.
it.
I don't like death as much as I like.
I'm not a
just-
death metal fan at all. I'm
You
not
just
like
support it.
yeah, I'm not cruising in
I
the
get
whip
it.
to death metal.
Are
But
you sure?
I mean, if I'm with them,
Oh, okay.
If
But
I'm with
sometimes
them-
you just gotta throw it on. You know. What
sometimes, sometimes I don't personally can't think of a time when I had to throw death metal on, but
I, mean? I think the last time I threw on death metal, I teared up a little bit.
you teared up, it just hit you.
Dude.
It sonically
It's
hit
so
you.
hard.
Have you ever like just hit a bong and that just hit the back of your throat and your chest starts to hurt?
Yeah,
That's what happens to me when I listen to death metal.
and that shit was just ripping through you.
And I was just tearing up with the dopamine release.
So it wasn't the music getting you to tear up; it was the bong.
No, that was the metaphor. So it's like hitting a bong.
Ah, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
listening
okay.
to death metal is like hitting a bong, but only when it like hits your chest. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah, and it gives you that like sharp
And
ass
you're like,
pain.
whoa, do I have acid reflux? It's like, no, I just took too big of a hit.
Bro, that's why I don't even smoke bongs personally anymore. I stopped.
Me too. You know why?
'Cause it's harsh.
And it gives you acne.
It does?
For sure.
Oh shit, really?
sure.
Like
Even-
around your
Yeah.
mouth and shit?
Well, yeah. Well, so even if like you're not sharing it, it doesn't really matter because if you think about it, every single time you could clean that thing with a little wipe every day,
Yeah.
and you're still like collecting bacteria.
Because
on
like
there.
the saliva is just all on the rim.
Right, you're gonna have to. I mean, there's pockets in the glass too, so that it's
Ugh.
just sitting
Yeah,
in there.
it's like-
you know what I'm talking
I do
about.
know
And
what
the
you're talking
cheaper
about.
you get, the worse it gets.
Not
Yeah.
hitting Karen again. That's crazy.
Karen.
Honestly.
Yeah, that's my bong's name.
Yeah, but you
do
don't
that.
smoke Karen enough to. I feel like,
Yeah, I
dude,
smoke Karen.
this guy smokes cigars. Like
I didn't
just
even know
blunts.
you smoked like that, G. I didn't even know.
Really?
Yeah.
You're for real? For real?
For real, I thought you didn't smoke for some reason.
Oh, you're funny.
Or
No,
maybe I thought you
smoke.
smoked, but like I didn't think you were like an avid smoker.
Oh, I smoke a lot.
No,
Like,
he's an addict smoker.
you're
Really? Do you
funny.
feel like you can be like productive while you smoke?
Yeah,
Yeah?
definitely.
Honestly,
Actually,
honestly.
honestly, to be honest with you, you probably would rather me be high and get shit done because if I'm sober and getting shit done, I'm like a little bit of it. Not an asshole. I'm just
No,
upset.
bro, he throws a temper tantrum
That's
If you
not
don't
true.
smoke.
if he doesn't smoke.
That's not.
So are
true.
you
I don't-
addicted?
He is addicted.
Probably.
Like honestly.
We've
Probably.
tried
Do
to
you feel like
have
you
an
have a problem?
intervention. No, bro, we've tried.
Yeah,
I
that's
promise,
not
bro.
true.
We've
It's
Aisa,
not
do you
true.
feel like you have a problem, bro?
Maybe I do get a little grumpy when I don't get high.
You do.
I'll be a
You're
little.
not
grumpy.
you. You're not you. if you
I
have
don't know.
Snickers?
When you're hungry,
It's
right.
not me. I don't have my Snickers. I'm upset.
All right.
Yeah, I'm a little grumpy.
I
for
guess
sure.
just keep some fucking weed on you at all times. You're like the Hulk without it.
To be honest with you, like
He is,
it is
though.
best when I just roll up and smoke. Like in the first couple hours I've been awake, and then the day is just a great day. To be honest.
See, me, I don't like to smoke when I wake up.
Mm,
I like to smoke like towards the end of the day.
okay.
I like to get my shit done. I mean, I might hit something in the afternoon, but mostly I like to just like
Smoke
do
in
my
the-
But
day.
what are you smoking though? You know what I mean? Like, are you sitting there enjoying like a hybrid in the morning? Or are you sitting there?
I'm smoking
enjoying
sativa, man.
Well, that's probably what's hitting you so
Just
hard.
sativa.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's hitting you so hard.
I
you
love
don't,
sativa, dog.
right? But you don't smoke it in the morning.
Yeah,
don't.
that's
That-
why
but
you
that's
don't
why
smoke
you
in
don't
the
smoke it in
morning,
the
yeah.
morning.
I don't. But the sativa is supposed to get you active, though.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's a body high.
But sativa is supposed to be the one that doesn't get you slumped.
But if the dispensary's telling us that, then it definitely isn't true.
I didn't know the dispensary was telling me that. That was my homie telling me that years ago. Hey. Yeah. You know that I do this. My mind is twisted like Rubik's. My bitch the cutest. What you saying, dog? I do this. Making these movies like Stanley Kubrick. Yeah. Fuck what you saying. You know that I get this shit spraying. You know that boy, he not playing. The flow is so cold, Himalayan. Fuck what you saying. I'm telling a hater you salty. Get the fuck off me. You don't offend me. Flows I got plenty. Hoes I got many. Fuck what you saying, my cushion be smelly. I don't know what you be saying. I'm hitting a bitch out in Britain. We getting a tally. See me on telly. Fuck what you saying. I'm on a novella. I got this bad bitch on my dick and I'm eating her out and that shit tastes good.
I'm feeling great. I'm smoking great. Ay, it's been a great day. We do it in a great way. You know, every time I get up in the zone, all the bitches, they just keep calling on my phone. So I'm sipping on Patron. I told her go home and then I called her friend up and then you know I had to bone. Then I sent them both home. Menage a trois. I be on that shit, man. Y'all niggas just some twats. Nova,
Yes, sir.
you are preparing to come out with a project, and actually on the day that this podcast drops, your project will be out.
That is correct.
Can you tell me more about this project? What's the name of it, and where did you get your inspiration for making this project?
Well, I appreciate you asking, man. Thank you. So the project name is Memories and Melodies.
Okay.
Right. So pretty simple concept. You know, we have one half of the project is reminiscing. We're talking about good times,
Okay.
bad times, nostalgia, all that good shit, right? The second half, as you guys heard, is melodies, right?
Okay.
So we're just like, we're tapping into a different side that most people probably haven't heard of from me yet.
Okay.
And that was kind of like one of my main goals with this project, was to kind of show a different side of my music that I feel like people may not expect, or, you know, whatever. So that was like the main inspiration behind the project was like, all right, I want a project where I can like, you know, rap on these kind of old school beats that are kind of like giving me these vibes. And then I also want to showcase a different side of my music. So Memories and Melodies.
So would you say that some of the music is more experimental from you?
I'll say so.
Okay.
I'll say so. There's some songs on there. So it's 8 songs, and there's 6 new songs on there.
Okay.
So we got 2 joints on there that are already out.
All right.
Some people like them if you heard them. And yeah, so 6 new joints, and out of the 6 new ones, there's a couple experimental ones on there. A couple songs that mean a lot to me as well.
All right. Awesome.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you asking, man. Thank you.
So over the years, you could say that you've listened to like a bunch of different styles of music, and when you've been kind of taking off with your music career, you've been also kind of listening to artists and stuff like that that have been personal to you. Do you think that the artists you're listening to kind of reflect on the music that you're making? So now as you see Transitional and how it's been, that it's kind of, you know what I mean? Like your inspirations have kind of had a touch on your music?
I would say so, yeah. In a really direct way as well. One of my biggest inspirations is probably Drake. And I feel like, you know, he's got a different side of his music that people really relate to and kind of like resonate with. And that was probably one of the reasons why I wanted to make an album like this, or excuse me, an EP like this, is because honestly, I wanted to showcase my style, I guess, or like my different styles. And one of the biggest things for me as an artist that I pride myself in is like versatility.
Okay.
Right? Like I really want to be known as an artist that can do multiple different styles or flows or genres. Even like one of my longtime goals with music is to kind of have a song in like 10 different genres, like, or genres or whatever, because like nowadays, like genres are melting together and blending in together pretty seamlessly. You don't really know what's what anymore, but I just want to focus on making good music, honestly. Like, is the music good? If I like it and whoever listens to it ends up liking it, then that's what makes me happy. So yeah, I would say like Drake was a huge inspiration behind the project. Probably just like R&B as well. I want to definitely like say that R&B music is fire. So
absolutely. I'm a big
everyone,
R&B
everyone
fan.
If you haven't listened to R&B, check it out.
Big R&B fan. I was gonna ask you actually, when making music, would you say that you more make music that is just, this is for me, I make music for myself and I'll just share it with the world? If you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. Or would you say you do actually sit there and like, I want to gear this towards my fans, towards a certain genre of people, certain group of people, so that they will like it. So I'm going to do certain things. Well, what would you say? Or would you say it's more of a mixture of both?
That's a great question. My boys came on their shit today. Okay, my boys came on their shit today with the questions,
absolutely,
bro.
Absolutely.
I like that question a lot. No cap, like I really do. For sure the first one.
Okay.
For sure. So this is a deeper conversation, man.
Yes.
This conversation is like a whole pod in itself.
I wanted to at least get surface level with this conversation with you for sure.
Dude, that is a great question, and that is a debate I have amongst my peers and my homies often, where it's like, what are you making music for? Who are you making music for? I feel like that's something that every artist has to ask themselves. So I appreciate you asking. For sure, I make music for myself first and foremost, because as I told you guys, like for me, music was an escape or a way to channel my emotions. And I really feel like music is therapy for me, which I think we talked about a little bit earlier. Maybe it was off pod, but we talked about how music can be an escape and it's therapeutic.
Yes.
Recording and listening, you know what I mean? I think you were telling me like you hear certain songs and like you'll cry or you'll really resonate with you.
Yeah.
Right. And I feel like a lot of us feel that way.
Absolutely.
So as an artist, dude, I've just been blessed by God to have the ability to channel my emotions into a song or music, you know? So I definitely make music for myself first and foremost, because I have so much unreleased music, so much. So it's like I'm listening to it all the time. And, you know, you guys aren't even hearing probably like 10% of the music that I have. So it's like, obviously it's for me. But at the flip side of that, not that I intentionally try to make a song for anyone, but I feel like as an artist, for me personally, sometimes I'll know like, all right, the direction of this song or the vibe of this song is more of a turn up song or more of like a more commercial or mainstream type of song.
Absolutely.
Whereas if I'm making a song that's very introspective or whatever, you know, whatever the type of song may be, you kind of just differentiate, you know?
I that's an amazing answer, right? Because at some point when you look at it, does Drake go into an album right now and say, yeah, I've been rapping a lot. I've had a lot of bangers, a lot of just kind of more trap beats and a song for my ladies yet. Does he go in or does it just come naturally? You know what I mean? So that's something that, like, it's interesting to see in artists, because sometimes you know exactly when people are making music for themselves and they just share it with you, where I would say with the Kendrick, I feel like a lot more of his music, especially his newer music, you hear that it's more, I made this for me, I'm just sharing it with the world. Whereas sometimes when you have a bigger artist like a Drake, where he's damn near worldwide at this point, it's like maybe I there's certain fan bases I kind of have to please when I'm
Absolutely
creating an album.
I know what you're saying for sure. Like, I think before you can get to I feel like before you can get to who are you making music for, you have to first differentiate, like, what music do I like to make?
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
What music do you feel is good? Right? Because basically, like, as an artist, you want to make shit you like.
Yeah.
But then it's like there comes to be like a point where you're like, all right, now I'm talented enough, or I have enough success or support where I'm like, okay. Also, I feel like you can't be stagnated as an artist, and I feel like that can detriment a lot of artists. Like, if you just continue to don't show any evolution, I feel like that can be a detriment.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right.
The longevity of it, because everybody that's evolved has progressed over time in the artist realm, no matter what they're doing.
Exactly. And honestly, bro, I may be a little bit all over the place because I'm a little zooted right now.
Yeah.
We're having a good convo, but what I was trying to say earlier was you have to decide, like, is music a passion for me, or do I want to be an artist for real?
Right.
Because there's nothing wrong with it just being a passion or something you love to do. Then it would be just for you.
Right.
And if you're not trying to make it as like a business or your main career, then it would only be just for you, correct?
Exactly.
But if you're trying to be successful as an artist or a musician or a rapper, singer, whatever, then it's you have to appease to them. You have to make music that people will enjoy.
Exactly.
Right? That's kind of what I'm thinking is like the best answer for me is like, look, you go into it first and foremost, who are you making music for and why are you making music? Like, a lot of us probably just go into it because, like, oh, I love making music, I'm having fun with my friends, or whatever the case may be. It comes to a point where it's like, okay, but is it a passion? And if it is, that's fine, dude. That's fire. Do you? But if you're trying to be successful, then you have to, in a way, market yourself.
Absolutely.
Oh, shit. In a way, you have to market yourself, and you have to, in a way, do things that we don't want to do as artists.
Absolutely.
And I feel like that's where it comes to where you're like, did you make this song or this album for us or for this type of sound? Because, like, you can kind of hear it sometimes with artists where you're like, you don't seem to, like, enjoy this, or, you know, you don't seem to, I don't know.
You're going through the motions.
You're going through the motions.
Yeah.
You're going through the motions.
Absolutely. So. No, it's funny because for me personally as an artist, like, one thing that I don't really, it's not that I don't like to do, but no, I'm gonna tell the truth. Something that I don't necessarily like to do as much anymore, right, is like rap. Like, just sit there and like spit bar. I can do it and I'm good at it. And like, I can sit there and like write a Fire 16 and rap it. But like, when I'm making music for, like, sitting there actually making music, constructing music, it's a lot more melodic. It's a lot more singing. It's a lot more R&B, because that's really what I listen to on more of a day-to-day basis, right? So it's just funny because then Vicious will hit me, right? Vicious will be like, yo.
Shout out Vicious.
Hey, shout out Vicious. That's my brother. Vicious will hit me like, yo, I got something. I need you. And I'll be like, all right. And then it'll just awake the rapping in me. And then I'm rapping for like 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, I'm just I can't even get nothing singing now.
That's
so
the
it's
beauty
just,
of music.
It's so funny to me. Like, and that's why I say, like, it really makes you think, like, who do you do it for and why do you do it? And like, I think that real fans, like the real fans of an artist, will love the music when it's more personal to you. That's when they really love it. Like, I feel like that's why we love, like, some of the best Drake songs, in my opinion, are the ones where it's like, oh, he's really talking right now. Like, he's actually going through some shit. Like, like the 30 for 30s or the last track off of Her Loss. Like, when he's sitting there, like, I'm spitting, like, this is actually how I'm feeling. Like, you're like, oh, I feel that a lot more than, even though God's Plan go crazy, God's Plan is fire, but it just don't hit like some of those other ones when he's really like, this is truly who I am type shit.
I agree 100%, but I also feel like, and I don't want to cut you off.
Go ahead.
I just feel like they both hit.
Absolutely.
They both hit. So
Absolutely.
it's like you just choose what you like, and that's the beauty of music. It's all subjective. There's no like, this is good and only this is good. It's literally art. At the end of the day, I'm of the mindset that like music is art, right? And it's like it's not just content.
Yes.
It's not just fucking, everything is art to me. To me personally, bro, everything is art. So it's like, at the end of the day, it's subjective, man. You know, and it's like, you could love God's Plan, you could love fucking Marvin's Room, you could love fucking all whatever, but it's what you like, you know?
Exactly.
Someone's gonna like it.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say that it's kind of a double-edged sword, because I feel like everybody's, when they're making music, they're making it for themselves. I mean, however anybody personalizes with it is kind of on them.
Facts.
But when it comes down to it, they make that choice when they go in like into mainstream. If you want to go mainstream, you want to be part of a label. At this point, realize that it's a business, and now what you're making, the music that you're making, is being manufactured to make money. You know what I mean? So it's like, as an artist, you can have personal feelings about that, but at the end of the day, these are choices that you're making when you're doing that. And now there's another choice. You can say, no, I don't want to make the songs that I don't want to make. Well, now at that point, you're violating a contract if you choose to go that route, if you're not independent. So it's like, I feel like it's really a double-edged sword. I feel like everybody's making music for themselves, but when it comes down to it, or what are the choices you're going to make after that when you do get chances to do other things if you don't want to stay independent the whole time?
That's true.
Because you can make all the music you want to make if you stay independent the entire time.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So, I don't know.
I don't even think it's an independent or not discussion. I think it's really just like the artist himself or herself. Like, who are you making music for?
But do you think that people are out there making music for not them, period? Do you think that they're like, they have
absolutely.
But they have a gift and that they're just making music for not them?
True, for sure.
Really?
Absolutely. I feel like there's people
because I feel like
who
it's
go
a
there.
passionate thing.
No, I think there's people who are so talented that they just go in there and they can literally read off a script almost and sing stuff that and even if they're writing it, sing stuff that they don't have any feeling about at all, and then they just do it for the fans.
I mean, at some point, you know, I feel like that's a pitfall of success, because I'm not talking about like myself. I'm talking about like successful, uber successful. Let's just take Eminem. I'm not talking bad about Eminem when I say that I'm sure in his own mind he's had issues getting inspired, feeling creative. I'm sure he's been in ruts. And, you know, there are stories of Eminem where like he, you know, would have certain artists around him to get inspired. That's every type of artist. Once you hit up that plateau or that pinnacle, it's hard to, you know, when you start making music, it's fun, it's your passion and all that. But once you start getting good and you start building like fan base or whatever and all that, you start making money, right? You start becoming an actual mainstream artist or whatever. Once you get the success and the fucking, you know, fame and all that stuff, there's a point where you're like, fuck, like what now? Right? And I think that's where the question you asked, like, do you think there's people that make music? Yeah, bro. Because I feel like once you get to this point, you know that you're making money. If you put some shit out, it's going to sell this much. But
how long have those people been in the business, though? You know what I mean?
A long-ass time.
So I feel like if there's a variable to it, there's a variable to it. But originally when people are making music, I feel like everybody's making music for themselves. That's why I'm saying it might be my mistake, and I might see the better in people. But when I say that,
I think
I agree with you.
because it's a passionate thing. I don't think that anybody's just singing something. Okay, like we had a discussion before, if you're singing music that's not yours, or you're parodying something, then obviously that's not personal. But if you're singing something that you created, that you were working hand in hand with producing, you know what I mean? Like, because you're the voice. I mean, I don't know.
I'm just gonna
agree with you, but I disagree with you.
I'm gonna disagree with you.
I'm also not an artist in that perspective. You know what I mean? So I'm not seeing it how you guys are seeing it. I'm seeing it as a consumer.
I would disagree with you just because, like, not even like me being even on that success level, there's been times where like I've sat there and like somebody has asked me to do a song with them, and I didn't give a fuck at all about anything that I wrote or anything that I said, and I was just doing it because they asked me to, and for that reason, and it was like just some shit that I just was like.
But I think what he's saying is like you're ultimately doing it because it's like a passion of yours.
Absolutely.
You enjoy doing it, right?
Yeah,
that's
but
what you're saying,
Yeah,
right?
I mean that's what I'm trying to say. So it's no matter what, you're making the music for yourself. I mean, down the line, you're making choices because of different variables.
I have a question. So there are artists, I guess, or Instagram people or like influencers or whatever you want to call them that literally make a career off just like memes, trolling, all those types. I don't even want to name them right now.
Right.
But like we can all think of a person or a couple people that literally got on from just doing that shit.
Yeah.
Now, do you think they were passionate about that?
No.
When they made this type of song or this type of thing that went viral?
No.
So that's where I would say
But
like, no, they weren't
at the
probably.
same
They probably
time,
just
though-
wanted fame or clout, which is a
Right.
hell of a drug, or
Exactly.
money. And even those people, bro, as I've gotten older, I try not to even down talk them because I'm like, I don't know their situation.
Yeah.
Like, what if whatever the crazy shit they were doing got them to a point where they got to like feed their fam?
Absolutely.
In a way, it's like I'm conflicted because as a human, I support that. But as like a person who's consuming their content, I hate that.
Yeah.
I don't like that content.
But then again,
and I'm forced to consume it.
That's the thing. At some point, it's like anybody will do anything to take care of their family. You know what I mean? At some point, to a certain extent, pretty much anybody to push to that limit, you'll do anything.
So would you or you?
Well, I was just gonna say before we answer that, I think that that's still a little bit different in the sense that you still have to work for that, though. So even if that person, well, think about it, though. So there's people out there that go viral off videos, right? So they make a couple videos, they go viral off videos. So the longevity of that, they still have to put effort into it to still go viral off those videos. You can't go viral on a couple videos.
You definitely can go viral by just like paying for it, though.
Yeah, but YouTube kicks that stuff off. You can't sit here and pay for something and not get banned. Your account will get banned eventually. You'll get flagged. You really think that people are sitting there and buying all these views?
Sometimes you can. Yeah,
I think
you can get around
there
it.
are definitely people out there that have the finances to pump money into shit where may not be that
But then that's a different
passionate to
discussion.
them or that serious to them, but they know that with enough fucking money behind it, it's gonna get traction or get viral or whatever, and then they're gonna get more opportunities from that.
I have one more question though to kind of
All right, let's get into it.
kind of cap it off. So it's kind of a two-part. First question is the first place you ever performed McGees?
I am the captain when I am rapping. No, I ain't acting, I just be snapping. I'm always packing, got what you lacking. Shit is traumatic, you are just plastic. Flow is dramatic, got bends elastic, so I'm feeling fantastic.
That's a great question. No.
No? Where's
No.
the first place you ever performed?
So the first place I ever performed at, man, McGees was definitely one of the first ones.
Okay.
So just a little backstory for the audience. I've known ISO for fucking like 4 years now.
About 4 years, yeah.
4 years now, and I'm glad you asked this question, bro, because we can get into that real quick. We didn't even let everyone know.
Yeah, we didn't even tell people. Wow, that's crazy.
That is crazy. Okay, so basically, when I was starting off, because for those of you guys who don't know, I started taking music seriously when I was about like 22.
Okay.
So it just kind of fits the timeline. 4 years ago, right?
Right.
So I'm 26 now, and at the time I had a homie named Austin.
Right.
Shout out to Austin, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me about this show opportunity. And it was my boy over here. It was his birthday. And he was throwing a birthday celebration or whatever. And just long story short, I ended up talking to ISO. And he was like, yeah, man, you could perform for sure.
Yeah.
I was like, man, thank you so much. It was just like a blessing, honestly.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I pull up. We meet everyone. I meet him. I meet Young Vicious. I meet Esteban.
Absolutely. Shout out Esteban.
Hell yeah. Shout out Esteban. Shout out Esteban, man.
Yeah, he was going to be here.
That's a great guy right there.
Yeah, good peoples.
And we did the performance, and McGees was just a beautiful spot, bro. It's by DePaul.
Yeah.
It's just a great spot, nice stage, all that, man. Good energy, and it was just a great night, man. And honestly, Good Show was there too, right?
Yeah, Good Show was there. Good Show.
Good Show,
I think,
yo.
yes, Good Show was in the building for that. Yeah.
Shout out Vic. Shout out Serena.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm always gonna forever be grateful to all those people I just named right there.
Absolutely.
like ISO, Austin, Esteban, good show, because they were like one of the first people that gave me an opportunity to perform.
Absolutely.
So it wasn't my first show. It might have been my third or fourth show.
Okay.
Yes.
The first one I did, I'm trying to remember correctly. I think my first show ever was at the A.D.O.R in Darien,
Wow.
Illinois. It was my first
Wow.
performance.
That's over by our stomping grounds, kind of.
Yeah,
Not
really?
Darien, but yeah. I mean, yeah, because that's closer. That's closer to us, isn't it? Where's that close by?
I don't know, bro.
What do you mean?
By
you don't
Darien,
know?
dude.
You were there,
Dude, this
Wait,
was
you're there and then you're gone,
Dude,
There's no neighboring towns.
dude. Don't ask me, bro.
He
Okay,
said I
all right,
was just
all right.
there.
I'm a city kid, dude.
All right, bumfuck.
Oh, I don't
Gotcha.
know, dude. But
There were some trees and some prairie and some farm. All right, gotcha.
Yeah, it wasn't the city.
Right. It wasn't.
It wasn't the
not
city. I know.
city.
It was.
Yeah.
It was a great time. My pops came through.
That's what's up.
Love you, Dad. That was really cool. My siblings came through. I
That's
think my
what's up.
sisters were there. My bro was there. My fucking sister's neighbor pulled up.
Wow.
This
That's
was like
awesome.
my first show ever, bro. I brought a couple people, dog. Like my first
Yeah.
show ever. I don't care, dude.
Right.
I brought some of the homies with me too. I think I pulled up with like 3 or 4 of the homies.
Yeah.
So we were in that bitch like 10, 15 deep at the A.D.O.R.
So do you think, like, if you were rated, did you do like a decent job on your first performance? Do you think you did a good job?
Man, I can't even tell you.
Okay.
Like, if I'm being honest with you, I can't even tell you because I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
And when I perform in general, I just kind of black the fuck out.
I got it.
I kind of just spaz out in a way.
So the second part of the question, with the amount of times that you performed and you have a lot of high energy, was there anything that was super challenging about you performing, like with like the first couple of performances that you've done? Because I mean, I've seen you. I got the pleasure to see you host before you performed, and I mean, like, dude, you have a super high energy. Like,
Thanks,
you
bro.
have stage presence. Like, you do the whole show. So I'm just asking, like, is there something behind that? Like, was there ever something that was like hard getting to that point, or did you always just have that?
Man, I appreciate the compliment,
Of
bro.
course,
Thank
bro.
you so much. Fucking hosting your own event is tough, and then performing at the end of it is kind of wild. I'd just say that. Like, anyone who can do that, no matter the medium, like, whatever it is, like, if you're a fucking violinist and you had, like, a fucking recital and you hosted it and a bunch of people came and you hosted it, and then at the end you also closed it out,
Yeah.
like, to me, that's just respect. But it is tough, bro. And a struggle I had just in general with performing is literally just my breath control.
Right.
I'm a pretty big guy, so breath control is a struggle that I, like, work through and I'm constantly trying to get better with. But for every artist, breath control is tough because
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
one thing to have breath control on the mic, which already is one skill set, but to have breath control performing is another thing. And, you know, some of the greatest performers in the world, they have the amazing breath control. You know, I'm thinking like about Beyonce and like Mariah Carey and like these type of amazing vocalists. Like
And then you got Ice Spice, who forgets the lines and then shakes her ass.
I
shout
love
out
that.
Ice Spice.
Shout
son.
out Ice Spice.
Love
Hey,
that.
if it works for her.
I
But
love
Oh, it works.
It works. It works. So,
It
but yeah,
works.
bro. So honestly, like, yeah, performing is tough, but just breath control, I think, is the biggest hurdle for anyone, especially if you're a big boy.
Absolutely.
Well, you don't show it. That's why I'm asking if there was anything behind it. So,
Thank you, bro. I
Of course, bro.
appreciate it.
Of
Thank you
course.
for even coming to the show.
oh yeah.
I appreciate the support. And I
Absolutely.
wanted to ask you real quick.
Uh-huh.
You know how you asked me how did I think I did at the A.D.O.R? Or
Yeah.
so you weren't at the A.D.O.R,
Yeah.
but how did I do at McGees?
At McGees.
At McGees, if you remember, this was like
I
4
know. I
years
definitely
ago.
remember. No, I definitely remember. I remember you being like, it was a good performance because I remember you were the opener. You opened us up, and
Hell
like
yeah.
people were starting to like still kind of come in, and you just got everybody's attention. And that was where I was like, oh, he kind of knows his stage presence, and like Blake said, you had energy. And I don't remember what songs you did. I just remember that you had a lot of energy, and like people was like, you got the shit rocking, because after that, like, it was like, oh, okay, now we got to go up there and really like show our ass. We got to really go
Yeah.
crazy and shit, because now the energy is high. And that was just, I think that was what was so dope, because I remember telling like Esteban at the time, I was like, yo, we got to, like, Nova's somebody we have to have back again, because the
Damn.
way he was able to just take control of the stage and just have his energy high, that shit meant a lot. That got us to start the show off start off right. So absolutely, you went crazy, bro.
Thank you,
And
bro.
every time I've
Thank
seen you perform since then, that's what you've always just had super high energy. No matter what it is that you performed, you just had super high energy, and that's what made it memorable.
And I remember Aaron also saying, bro, that you kind of set a standard because even when he first started rocking with you, you would come in with a following, bro.
Yeah,
you know
came
what I'm
in with
saying?
people, absolutely.
Like people, like when people go and perform and stuff like that, like we were just talking about earlier. You know, I mean, they're coming in for what?
You're talking about underground sound.
No, I was talking about at McGees. When you came to McGees, you had people with you.
I did?
I remember, yes, because
I know I had one.
You said you brought most of the people there.
you brought a decent amount of people that day. I remember
and I'm sure
that
you
shit.
got a bunch of people to the last place that we just went to.
Yeah,
At
at
Underground
Underground
Sound.
Sound.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
because
yeah.
I remember it was because we
You
were
set a standard, bro.
we didn't we weren't
thank
getting
you.
super huge crowds, and I remember you came in and there was like at least 5, 6, 7 people that came in that were there for you. That's what I remember. And I remember that
that's
especially
crazy.
at the second one that you did, because you did two of the McGee shows. I remember at the first one you brought a decent amount of people. At the second one,
you
it was definitely brought a lot of people. Yeah.
I remember that one.
Yeah, definitely.
The first McGee show, I don't remember because it's just like a long time
Yeah,
ago.
absolutely.
But I remember just meeting you guys and it was just good energy. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? And I guess I brought people.
Yeah,
but
you definitely
second
did.
time I went to McGee's, I think I booked that one.
Yeah.
That was the first show I ever did.
Mm-hmm.
I booked my first show ever because of fucking my boy right here.
Yeah.
Because
No, it was
honestly,
fire.
I got the connect from you. Dude's name was Matt.
Mm-hmm.
He was the fucking manager of McGee's.
Yep.
Linked up with him through our show, and I remember that one was lit.
That
bro.
shit was
that
lit.
was super fire.
That was super fire. I do remember that because I came through. Man, I got pretty lit that day at
man.
McGee's. It was up. Your boy was
It was
lit.
a good night.
There was another one because we threw a couple
At the
and
Aux too.
There was
We had
one at the Aux.
Auxiliary Arts Center.
Yes.
R.I.P. The Auxiliary
R.I.P.
Arts
to
Center.
Aux,
Shout out our
man.
boy fucking Zeke. Shout out Dan the man.
Dan the man. Yeah,
My
no, that
dog.
was fire. No, that was fire. That was a great venue. That was such
Amazing
a great venue.
All the real ones know about the Aux, bro.
Oh, the Aux
Never
was
been
a
there.
great
Dude,
venue.
it was a nice little spot.
Yeah.
Very
It
nice.
was a nice
very
little spot, man.
Degenerate, the flow so elegant, and it's heaven sent. I haven't seen heaven since I was benevolent, talking to God for the hell of it. No, they want my soul, so I might sell a bit.
Nova, man, thank you. We really
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
it. Thank you for letting us come in here. Thank you for coming
Absolutely.
on the show. And you got a project dropping?
I do, bro. Real quick, though, I just want to say, man, shout out to my boys, man.
Thank
A
you.
Dose of Reality podcast. Tap in with them, man. They coming up on Instagram, on YouTube. I really fucking appreciate the opportunity
Thank you.
again,
Absolutely.
man.
Absolutely.
It's been long overdue, man.
Absolutely.
I appreciate y'all.
And it
Y'all
will
got
happen
something
again.
going on. It will happen again, and I hope so soon. But if you guys enjoyed it, you guys could check out the fucking project, man. December 9th, Memories and Melodies, available everywhere. Nova, the King. Check it out, man. I appreciate y'all.
Absolutely.
Thank you again, Nova. Thank you, everybody, for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And coming to get your weekly dose. Deuces.
Deuces.
Do you know what you want?